LA, I'm gonna have to say this one place. It's called Sam's. It's got the best cheeseburgers and French fries in the entire world.
Oh.
So if you're ever in LA, go to Sam's.
A few days ago, you rescued a rabbit from the streets, getting abused, right?
A little bunny. Her name's
Yes.
Minnie.
And she lives with you and is all happy now?
Yes. I saw some animal cruelty going on, and I went downtown just to look for any knickknacks I could find, and I happened to come across that, and I stopped the gentleman, and they said that they were selling her, so I gave them the money, and I brought her home, and Lauren's my roommate, and I was really worried that she wasn't going to approve it, but when I brought the bunny home, she's like, oh, because we call each other Chair and Banka. Sorry. Anyways, but she wasn't angry at all, and I was really happy about it. So now we have little Minnie, and she named her. So we have our little Minnie.
Aw, I thought it was very nice of you to do that.
Thank you.
Do you have any other pets?
I do. I have a couple back in Florida, and then I have a very adorable dog that I love very much named Maestro.
Aw. How often do you go back to Florida?
I go back to Florida as often as I possibly can. Unfortunately, in the past year and a half, I haven't been able to get back there as often as I'd like, but only because I've been really focused on the group and the project, and we really can't just leave at any time to go out for, holiday.
Right.
So, my family comes here more than I go there. So, like, my brother and my sister are coming here in about 8 days, and my mom comes for Easter, so.
Oh, that's good
And then I get my comfort food, yay!
Yeah. Am I right about this? The Search for the Next Doll, the first season, was recorded in 2006, right?
Yes, actually, November 2006.
And it was recorded, and it was debuted on TV around May of 2007, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you still talk to any of the girls that were contestants of the show?
I have tried keeping in contact with all the girls, but I guess they kind of just have their own things to think about or worry about because they kind of never get back to me.
Oh.
So, I happen to come across one or two of them at certain times at certain places, but it's more just, oh, hi, how you been? Okay, cool, great, well, see you later, and it's not ever like, let's hang out.
Yeah, you
I was close with Melissa Reyes at one point, but then she got caught up in her own career, so we don't really talk that much anymore.
Sucks that to lose friends once you were really good friends.
Yeah, it's really sad actually, because you think, especially when I'm moving out here, like I moved out here and I didn't know anybody, so I was like, oh cool, I can hang out with, Mel or one of the girls, but it just didn't work out like that. So I made a new best friend, and her name's Lauren Bennett.
Who's also a Paradiso girl.
Who's also a Paradiso girl.
Yes.
It works out in my favor.
Yeah. What type of music do you listen to?
What type of music goes? I listen to everything.
Everything from rap to hip hop to rock?
Every single type of music you can think of, I will listen to, and that's no lie, I'm not even kidding. Only because I think that, there's certain things you'll give it like 30 seconds, and if you don't like it, then you'll turn it off, but at least you gave it that chance to listen to it.
Right.
But, I do listen to every type of genre of music, because I think any real musician should listen to every kind of music, because they could learn something from every type of artist or creator and be influenced by them. So I think it's really important to actually listen to everything.
Yeah, it's interesting that you said that, because Lil Wayne has been recording a rock album from him going to hip-hop to rock. What do you think about that?
I think it's great.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me think of when Jay-Z dabbled with Linkin Park.
Right, yeah.
So, and I've always been, back in Florida, I definitely listened to a lot of, I guess you could say, quote-unquote rock or alternative. And I think it's actually really exciting when you see somebody jump up on stage and they just start rapping instead of just screaming.
Yeah.
So I think it's great. I think everybody should try everything. I don't think you should just be labeled and stay in just one type of genre of music.
Right. Okay, do you celebrate Halloween?
Yes, I love Halloween.
Do you give out the candy, or do you go trick-or-treating?
Well, candy growing up when I wasn't allowed to go trick-or-treating, but then I guess if I can still go trick-or-treating, I'll go trick-or-treating.
Never too old for that, hey?
I'm a kid at heart, and I don't feel like growing up, so I would definitely choose trick-or-treating over giving out the candy.
Do you still have your bangs from the show?
No, I do not.
Oh, is it...
Good question. No, I have a whole new look for Paradiso.
Can you tell us about that?
Well, I don't have bangs.
Is it the same color and everything?
A little darker. No, I'm not jet black anymore. I'm just more of like a dark brown.
Okay.
But no more bangs. You never know. They might come back eventually, but for our first time coming out with the Paradiso Girls, I will not have them.
When will the video shoot be recorded?
I'm gonna have to say, well, we have a photo shoot this week for it, and then probably right after that. I really can't tell you that information either, because as soon as we do that, it's gonna go right out. So if I kind of told you that, you would know when everything's coming out.
Yeah, but it will be very soon, so...
It's a lot sooner than everybody thinks. It's gonna be another... Okay, fine. Everything's gonna be another month or so, and that's not true.
Oh, so it'll be very soon then.
See, so I can't say anything. I kind of gave you a little inside scoop right there.
Yeah, thank you for that. How often do you see the Pussycat Dolls and Girlicious?
How often?
Yes.
Surprisingly, I did see them often enough before, but the dolls went on tour.
With Britney Spears?
Yes, and they also went over to Austria and recorded Dryho.
Yeah.
Video. So, when they started doing all that, we definitely saw less of them. But before that, we would see them quite often, actually. And then, at the PCD Lounge, at the Viper Room, which unfortunately doesn't exist at the moment, but when it was up and running, I saw Natalie from Girls there, and then I would see Christina and Tiffany, and then I would see, some of the other Girlicious girls at parties held at Interscope Records sometimes also.
Are you good friends with any of them?
Pardon me?
Are you good friends with any of them?
I think we all are friends. I wouldn't say best friends or that we hang out or anything often, but we're definitely cool with each other to where we could sit down and have dinner and talk if we had to, so. Okay. Or even if we wanted to.
Yeah.
So I think they're really cool girls. So there's no bad tension, and there's no like rivalry of the girl groups or anything, because like I said, Interscope's one big family. So it doesn't matter what you're doing or where you're going or whomever. It's kind of like we're all there helping each other.
Yeah, giving advice to one another and everything.
Absolutely, more than anything. Because I think I would learn more from the dolls and Girlicious right now because they've been out, they've been on tour.
Yeah.
So they know what they've lived it, they've experienced it. But I can't really get any advice from them as a group because our group is completely different from them.
Right. What is the best piece of advice that you got from an artist?
The best piece of advice?
Yeah.
Well, I think the best advice I've ever had in general was probably from my mother, saying just to never give up and just to keep going. But I think the best advice I ever got from an artist would have to probably be from will.i.am.
Yes, from the Black Eyed Peas.
From the Black Eyed Peas.
Who's also worked with the Paradiso Girls.
The first time I met him, we were actually walking out of Chateau Marmont with the rest of the girls and the people because we were getting ready to work with him. And we went to dinner to talk about ideas and what we'd like to do. And he told me that no matter what you do, especially in this town and this business, always consider it as if you're poor. And I said, what? I said, that doesn't make sense. What does that mean? And he's like, well, because you can have all the money in the world and you could, sell, a ton of records and be able to buy anything you want. When as soon as you start turning over and you start becoming that person that you're not, you normally don't even go back. So make sure you just really don't lose yourself and just consider yourself being like every other person or being, where you came from in your roots, because as soon as you change, you'll probably never go back. So in most cases, I think he was just saying, watch who you're with, watch what you're doing, and no matter what, just stay close to your roots and your home.